Welcome back to Just a Printer. Getting started here today. I just want to say, right off the bat, thanks so much for all the people that are posting comments and talking about printing. It's really fun for me to talk to the young guys that are just starting up or just thinking about starting up, and the old timers, the strippers out there and things like that. You know who you are. It's just so much fun, talking with you guys. So, getting started up here. Printed these guys yesterday. Check this out. There's 50 books here. Think about that. There's 996 pages per book. That's a big fatty. But then we're getting... got some covers to do here, a lot of color books, and I had a request from somebody to show them how to back up work on the 3070, so I'll do that, and we'll just get started here. So that book that I showed you, has a really thick spine, the 900 and some pages. I can't print that on a 13 by 19 for the cover. The spine is almost 2 1/4 of an inch thick, so I need to use the banner printing option here on the C3070 to print that. So just loaded them up, and see what they look like. That ain't right. That's on the wrong paper. I did not have my coffee yet this morning. I can't blame it on that, though. I was just being stupid. I assigned it to the wrong stuff. Media. Oh yeah. 12 by 25. Now it'll work. Big honking cover, but that should do it. My cover marks aren't showing up. That's all right. Let's print these. My goal is to get books started printing on here. I want to get some paper cut down. I have to watch my daughter a little bit later today. I got about 2 hours before she shows up, and if she's it's right around her nap time, I'm gonna try and bind some books with her. She's 1 year old, by the way, today. It's her birthday. We'll see how that goes. So, one thing I do too, I know I'm the only guy in this shop, but I want to save this cover for setup on the laminator, but just so I know without a doubt, I scribble all over it, so I know it's a waste. So I got a 5.5 by 8.5 and a 6 by 9 here, and I want to set them up so I don't have to do any really changes when I'm binding. So I'm going to measure back 6.5 inches from the spine. And then it'll be the same for both. Helps you get things done a little quicker. Okay, that's too slow to watch. Find something more exciting. Oh, this just needs to be emptied. So I went back and I sent the corrected file, which just has these spine marks on it, which help out in binding. So those are what's printing now. Oh yeah, I got my printing impressions, and just thought I'd also mention that if you don't subscribe to some sort of a trade magazine, you really should. You know, there's wide format magazines, there's implant graphics, printing impressions, there's a bunch out there. But by all means, subscribe. If you can't get it mailed to you, check out their website. It's just a great way to stay up on the latest and greatest and see what other companies are doing too. So I've always subscribed to these and enjoyed looking at them, even if it's just looking at the pictures. I mean, you just got to stay up to date. I almost forgot to mention too. So the printing impressions is talking about hot markets for 2020. Guess what's in number 2? Publishing non-newspaper. That's this stuff. And this over here. All books. Which, by the way, for my customers, I print a proof copy and mail it to them before I print their book job. And that's what all these unbound books sitting around here are. That does two things. It lets them see exactly what they're going to get because it's printed on the machine that their final product is going to get printed on. It puts them at ease and they're comfortable. And it also puts me at ease because if they say it's okay and good to print, then it takes the risk off of me and on to them. So I print 2, I keep 1 and mail 1, so then I have a copy to look at if there are any problems. Okay, before I start printing these books, I had a couple requests of how to get the front to back registration to back up. And you can really do that in 3 ways. You can do it in the tech mode where you do restart timing. I would just let your tech do that. That does it globally or individually per tray. You could do it in the paper setting mode, which is what I would recommend, and I'll show you. So all you have to do is select the tray that you're printing from, so tray 5, and then go to change set, and then both sides adjust. And then here you can do front side, back side. And then you can do rotate and gap as well. But really, front and back are what you're going to be doing. So up top here, you can change the zoom, and there's little illustrations on the side here. But what you probably want to do if you're not getting the front to back registration correctly is you're going to choose, do you want to move the front or the back, or do you want to do both? You could split the difference and center it. If you want to move the front side, hit right to left. And if you need to move your images to the right. So if it's coming out of the press like this and you want to move your image that way, then you just need to add however millimeters to move it. And then likewise to do the back side, and you need to make sure you rotate your paper this way for the back, and then you have right, left, and then up and down. and again, do the back. Then when you do it, you come down here, you hit register and OK, and then you do overwrite, and that'll overwrite the setting for that specific paper. And that's really nice, because then if you load that paper in a different tray later, that setting that you made is going to follow that paper. Then once you hit that, I'm not going to do it because I don't want to mess mine up. Then you'll be good to go. Then what I would do is print out a sample, and there's going to be a little bit of trial and error too, until you get that perfect. But you know, just print one, do it, keep that one on top of your machine, make an adjustment, print another one, and then see how much it moves. And then, you know, hey, it's halfway to where I want it to be. Then you got to double it down and to get it there. But then once you do that, that should hold true. And I mean, I did that months ago, and I haven't touched anything. And really, when I print one sheet out, the first one is backed up, but I have a habit of checking every single time, so I always check it, but it's always good. Sooner or later, there'll be something messed up, so it's still good to check. But anyways, that's what I would recommend. The third option is, if you do have a firey, you can change front to back registration in here. You just select the document, and then go into finishing here, scroll down to image shift, and there you can do a front to back adjustment as well. Since I talked about restart timing and centering in the tech mode, I might as well show you how to do that. So you hit your utility, and then stop 00, stop 001. You get into the tech mode here. If you go to machine, printer, the top two are the ones you're going to want. Restart timing is the left and right. Just think of it as it's when it tells the engine to write on the paper. So that's going to change your left to right. You can go in there and you can adjust per tray. But keep in mind, that's going to be per tray. So it's not going to follow the paper that you have setting. So this is something that should really be done when your machine is installed from day one and your tech already took care of it. So that's why I wouldn't recommend going in here, because you could just cause yourself problems later. Because if you adjust this after you adjust the front to back registration elsewhere, you're going to mess everything else up that's ever in that tray. So I wouldn't do this. But likewise, here is centering, and then you can, oh shoot, there's an auto adjustment. See, I haven't even been in here. I'm used to the 6500. So that's what I'm used to right here, the manual setting, centering. And there's a gap adjustment. Oh, look at that. And an auto. Oh, I wonder what that does. It automatically does it. I ain't touching it. Anyways, that's how you do that. Well, ran out of laminate. Grab some tape. Let's replace this. Tartar sauce. I put it on backwards. This is not going to be real nice, but it'll work. I guess I should have been talking while I was doing that. Oops. But anyways, the adhesive side is the matte side, and you got to make sure that's pointing this direction. Or I'm sorry, this direction, because it goes underneath this roller and then gets face down onto your paper. There's dust everywhere. Now I just need to inch it forward and it's ready to roll. There'll probably be one wasted cover in there, and I put some other sheets on top there once we get it started. Oh, the birthday girl's here. I gotta find some books. Gotta start them young. Well, maybe not this young, but you get the point. That went well, but as you can see, it's Sadie's nap time. So, I'm gonna box these up, let the customer know they're done. And then I'm going to check to make sure the C70 or 3070 is running. I think I need to load that up with paper, but then that should run for like an hour. And then Sadie's going to take a nap while that runs. Just what I thought. We need to load up more paper. This could be comical. It wasn't that bad. All right. Well, that runs. Sadie's gonna take a nap. I might too. It's one of the perks of being a dad. I love it. Like a half hour later, the wife's back from dentist appointment and it's still running. Look at all this stuff I got done. Well, I wasn't working. That's awesome. It just ran out of paper. Just got done cutting down 13 by 19 sheets. I cut those out of a 25 by 38 sheet. But while I was doing it, I was thinking, a guy named Alex commented on a previous video. If you're watching, thanks Alex, you're making me think about things. Commented on why I don't upgrade my paper cutter, because you know, I have a lot of other automation in here, and I'm big on that, but I still have a manual back gauge Challenge 305. I mean, it's simple. I like that. It really just comes down to ROI. I don't feel like spending money on a micro cut to upgrade this is gonna save me a whole lot of money. And to get a programmable paper cutter in here would be nice. It'd be nice to have something with an air table, and something maybe even wider than 30.5 inches. But even so, you know, that's 10 to 20,000 for something used. It'd take a while to make that back. And see, a lot of the cutting that I was doing is, it's kind of like assembly line. So I was cutting 11.5 by 22.5, just in half. So I set the back gauge at 11.25, and I just cut. So actually, a faster knife would probably benefit me more than an automatic back gauge. But, you know, I got to think about it more, because it's the more cuts you would make. So like when I'm cutting down business cards, then yes, I'm pretty sure I would save some time to have an automatic, you know, programmable cutter. But really, if an upgrade would make this cutter operate without me being here, I'd be on board 100%. That type of automation I can always get behind. If you can get a machine that will run itself, I'm on board. But yeah, I haven't, but yeah, I'm still thinking about it. So thanks, Alex, for making me think about what I got, and challenging me on that. So upcoming video is going to be replacing this blade. Needs to be replaced real bad. Anyways, as always, thanks for watching. Don't forget to like the video. Hopefully you learned something new and were entertained, and see you on the next one. Seriously, who needs a gym membership? Go find a small child, strap them to your chest, and then go to work. My goodness. But let's get some real work done now.